All right, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Hi.
South Annex is ready.
Okay, I know that we have one there that needs a Spanish interpreter, a French interpreter, is that right? Officer Milton?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Kanku, which is position number 4.
Yes, good afternoon, Your Honor. This is PD Whitfield here. I need to speak with Ms. Kanku.
Okay, can we do that? Can we do that first? Can we put you in a breakout room with her? Is the interpreter on the line yet?
I don't see the interpreter. Oh, wait, Nunu.
Okay, so
Eunice Noel. I don't see her on the line, Your Honor.
okay, Ms. Whitfield, as soon as the interpreter gets on the line, I'll put you in a breakout room at the South Annex so you can.
Can we do position number 5, please, then?
Are you ready on 5? Officer Milton? 5,
Yes, I'm ready on 5. I believe that's Ms. McLeod. I don't think she's on. Okay, we'll wait.
It's just right at 2 o'clock, so nobody's late yet.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody. I'm not sure which position my client is.
Good afternoon, Mr. Lamar. What's your client's name?
All right, it's gonna be excuse me, I'm sorry, Miss Tremenda Pewitt, and that's P-E-W-E-T-T.
Number 5.
Ms. Pewitt is position number 5. Tremenda.
Okay, so that's your client, Mr.
Yes,
Lamar? Okay, so why don't we go ahead and do
Come on,
position.
Ms. Pewitt. Hello.
Hi, good afternoon, Ms. Pewitt. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state court expedited accusation calendar that we are conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Absolutely, yes.
Thank you. Ms. Pewitt, you've been charged in case 22 CR 0033288A with battery family violence. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
First arrest.
Afternoon, Ms. Harmon. Is this your case?
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon. The offense date is 5/25/22. Location is 210 Peters Street Southwest, apartment 2303. The victim in this case is Jarvis Mitchell, Jarvis, last name Mitchell, common spelling. The parties did used to live together, Your Honor, and according to the police report, the victim in the case told officers that the defendant and her friend attacked him as he was trying to move out of the apartment. He was trying to gather his belongings, and an attack ensued. Officers that responded to the location did observe a laceration to his chin that was bleeding. And the officers also determined that the defendant was the primary aggressor in this incident. Our office did have opportunity to speak to the victim. He said he has no issue with the defendant and they're good. He said that the defendant's friend is the one who attacked him, not the defendant. However, at the time of the incident, he specifically told officers that the defendant and her friend attacked him. They don't live together anymore, and they aren't currently in a relationship. As Mr. Howard indicated, there is no history. The state's recommendation in this case, because we do believe that there has been no sufficient cooling down period and that she does still present a danger to the victim as she brought a friend along or used the help of another to attack the victim. Our recommendation is a $2,500 surety bond, no further contact with the victim, a one-day anger awareness, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and we're not requesting to stay away because I believe that that's the defendant's address, that location, and the victim does not live there anymore. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Lamar?
All right, and thank you. This case here is actually, they were boyfriend and girlfriend. My client is actually a student at Spelman. This is her first time ever having to deal with something like this. Her father drove down from Chicago yesterday, so he is watching this. He got here late last night, but he's here. The case is actually, I talked to the victim in this case. He does not, I have a letter, I will give it to the state. He does not want to press charges. As far as there's her house, he was staying with her. His family had just got kicked out of an apartment or home, wherever they were living, they got evicted. So they actually were trying to live with her, but now everything is over with. So we have no issue with a stay away at all. But I think once everything comes out, we'll realize that my client is kind of just caught up in the mix. They are broke up now. But I don't think anything was done wrong here. I think it's just kind of blown out of proportion. So we'll be asking for a signature bond. Like I said, this is her first time ever in trouble. I have no issue doing an anger management class at all. Besides that, Your Honor, that's all we're asking for.
Your Honor, apparently she has two attorneys because she was my client and I spoke to her earlier, but I see Mr. Lamar seems to have filled in most of the issues. She's in fact a junior at Spelman, I'm told, and she has no record. And she did tell me that she did not attack the victim at all. And the prosecutor's own word concurs with what she has said, Your Honor. So I think she's a good candidate for signature bond.
Okay, so who lives at the Peter Street address?
She does, Your Honor. She's lived there
Okay.
for the past 3 years.
All right, so it's going to be a $2,000 signature bond through pre-trial, one-day anger awareness class, no further violent contact with Mr. Mitchell, and no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond.
Thank you. And if you can give me that case number again, Your Honor, I think you said it earlier. I couldn't write it down fast enough.
22CR003328A.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Anything further with Ms. Pewitt today?
No, Your Honor. Could I tell her father where to pick her up when she called?
Your Honor, not South Annex, 901 Rice Street, jail courts, the internet is down. Sergeant Johnson called and told me that the internet is down. So if y'all can hold on for them.
Okay, that'll be fine. What was your question, Mr. Lamar? I'm sorry.
Oh, the father, he wanted to know where to come pick his daughter up. I told him the Union City location, but I want to confirm that was okay.
No,
Okay.
she was 24 to 48 hours before she's released, and he can pick her up at 901 Rice Street.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
All right, let's see. Is the interpreter on the line yet? Madam Interpreter? Yes.
I believe she's listed as Eunice's phone, iPhone 8. I believe that's
Okay.
her.
Okay, can you unmute yourself, ma'am? Can you unmute? We can't hear you. Do you need anything further, Mr. Lamar? You have any?
Oh, no, I just want to get
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
You're fine. I just wanted to make sure that we.
All right, no problem. Thank you so much, you all. Thank you for your time.
Good afternoon, Madam Interpreter. Why don't I go ahead and swear you in now so that you can go ahead and start. Do you swear or affirm to the best of your ability translate from English to French and from French to English?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you. So you can put your hand down. Thank you, Madam Interpreter. We're gonna put Ms. Whitfield, Madam Interpreter, and the South Annex into a breakout room.
Okay.
And I guess while we do that, until courtroom 2 comes on, we can't really do much else. So we'll stand in recess.
I'm sorry, Judge. I'm sorry.
You're not coming through.
Here.
Um,
Gonna try to do it by the phone.
we can't hear you.
Now.
We can't hear you, Sergeant.
I'm muted. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Go ahead. Now we can't.
Oh, Lord. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
If you can do the phone, that's all. What a day. Judge, we only have our cell phone, and that means we're gonna have to bring the inmates out in the hallway because we don't know how long.
Okay, can you find a better place? Because you keep going in and out.
It's gonna be out.
You keep going in and out, so can you find a better place?
No, and what about now, Judge?
You still, okay.
What about now?
Okay, we can hear you. We can hear you now. Okay, yeah, you're good right now.
Phone. If not, then we're just gonna have to wait till the internet service come back up.
Okay, that's
And
fine.
I don't know how long that's gonna be.
So you're gonna bring
Okay.
them one by one to your
He
phone?
can't hear.
Yes. Okay,
One-
okay. Okay.
Hold on.
that's fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And of course, the one that they bring out is probably gonna be with the solicitor with the defender who is with the interpreter.
Maybe that's how it goes up now.
Your Honor, I did have an announcement for the calendar. There is one defendant position number. Just to clarify for the court, position number 8 is actually a felony transfer. It was my error. I accidentally found him down this morning, actually, so I will take full responsibility for that. But position 8 has been accepted from the DA's office as a repeat offender case, Your Honor.
Has he already had a first appearance?
Let's see here. I don't believe so, but I'm going to double check.
So if he hasn't, we'll still need to
hear him today. Okay, that's fine.
Me go check. I'll be back.
Unless he
Thank
went to
you.
felony first appearance.
Yeah, and it was my understanding that if he didn't go to felony first appearance today, they're going to make it happen tomorrow.
Okay, and I take it, whose case is this? Who is?
It's mine, Your Honor.
Also, I have not had we did not interview because we assumed, we were informed that he was upgraded. So there was.
Okay, all right, so he'll be seen in felony first appearance tomorrow.
Yes, thank
Okay.
you. I just wanted to alert the court.
I appreciate that, Ms. Webb. Ms. Kim,
Your Honor.
Ms. Bridgewater wants me to let you know that you did not send the attachments with your waivers.
Oh, okay. Let me there.
What position?
Thank you.
What position?
What's going on here?
Judge, I have the first person, please.
Who
Hold
is
on, when I
this?
do. Position 11. Okay, I am. Just how about face this way? Okay, position 11.
Okay, who's representing Ms. Webb?
Nobody? No, not you. They're not talking to you. Just pay attention. Oh, okay, you good. Because the phone only works.
Who's representing Ms. Webb?
That would be me, Your Honor.
Okay,
I
good afternoon.
apologize.
Good afternoon, Ms. Webb. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation calendar that we are doing by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes.
Thank you. You've been charged in case 22 CR 003336F with criminal trespass. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
The third arrest. She was arrested in April, Cobb County trespass. March in Smyrna trespass. So that's it.
Okay, Ms. Webb.
Yes, Your Honor, this event occurred on yesterday at the racetrack located at 120 Piedmont Avenue Northeast. A racetrack employee flagged down a passing APD officer and advised that the defendant was refusing to leave the premises. The officer came to that scene and asked her to leave politely several times, and the defendant told him that she was not going anywhere. She then proceeded to get up and attempt to get a drink from the soda machine, in which she was placed under arrest. The defendant already has a preset surety bond for $1,500. Your Honor, we're going to ask the court to honor that bond and to add on additional conditions for a stay away from that racetrack and no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. Nothing further.
Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Webb just wanted to have a Coca-Cola from the vending machine, I guess, inside of the racetrack. I believe that she is qualified for unsecured judicial relief, signature on bond. She is 22 years old and she has a 1-year-old baby and there's no child support and she has not been able to get a job for the last 3 months. She graduated from high school and right now her mom has been helping her and they just made a payment to keep her place for rent and there's no other money to do any other bond payment at this point and she really needs to get out of the jail so she can take care of the daughter. Thank you.
She has an open case, so she wasn't recommended.
It's gonna be $1,000 signature bond through the jail. You can't go back to the racetrack, Ms. Webb, okay?
Okay.
All right, and no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, I have position number 1 coming next, please.
Okay,
That would be Miss Whitfield.
that's Ms. Whitfield's case and she is in a breakout room. Can we go to somebody else?
Somebody else. I'm gonna come back to you. What positions are Ms. Whitfield? I do apologize.
That's all right, no problem. She's positions 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 6.
So we need,
Okay, one moment, please, Judge. Thank you.
okay, that's fine.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes.
What position?
Yeah, add on.
Can we do Mr. Cousin next? He's an add-on position, please. Come right here.
Oh, yes. Who's representing Mr. Cousin?
Stand right
It would be me, Your Honor.
Okay, yes, we can do him.
Can you let him on the other side? But I do apologize, Judge. I'm sorry. One moment.
That's
Can you
all
let
right.
him? Thank you.
Okay, are we ready?
Yes, Judge. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Mr. Cousins, good afternoon. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. We're conducting this by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, yes, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Cousins, you've been charged in case 22 CR 003340A with 2 counts of abandonment of child. Is there a history, Mr. Howard? No, you don't have a history on this one, right?
Yes.
Let's see. Is there a purge amount, Ms. Webb?
Yes,
Close
Your Honor.
17, open 18. Close
Yes.
17, open 18. I'm sorry.
Yes, Your Honor, there is a purge amount. That purge amount is $376 for the 2 minor children. Their initials are LC and ZC, Your Honor.
And so the 2 counts, so it's just 376.
376 total, Your Honor, according to
Total?
the arrest warrant, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell me about this, Ms. Webb?
Nothing for the state, Your Honor.
Ms. Kim?
Only thing is though, he does not have any financial means to pay for it. That's why he's here.
Open 17, please.
Okay, well, it's 376, so it's gonna be a purge amount of 188 each. And that'll be the only stipulation. All right, good luck to you, Mr. Cousin. Thank you, Ms. Bridges.
Next, we have position 9, Walker. Come on, Mr. Walker.
That was the county coming in.
Ms. McLeod, is this your case? Ms. McLeod? I believe this is Ms. McLeod's case and she's not responding, so we can either wait for her or you can bring somebody else.
So they keep McLeod. Oh, that's all we have, Judge.
Okay, can somebody get Ms. McLeod, please, so that we can move this on? So can you just?
Your Honor, we can do
I wanna
Mr.
try
Ward.
to.
We can do.
I want to try to do him if we can get Ms. McLeod on the line, then we can.
Yeah, I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay, is this your case, Ms. McLeod? Mr. Walker?
Yes, Your Honor. It is my
Okay, so
case.
let's do Mr. Walker.
Judge, I'm sorry. Give me one moment, please.
Okay.
I'm trying to do court right here. I got inmates. I don't want them to go out there. They went up there. Come on, sir. I don't know if it's working. You think it's working? Go say no. I don't like the help. This is the only way it works. We're ready, Judge.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Walker. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. We're doing this by video this afternoon. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
I can't hear you. Say that again?
Yeah, we are conducting this by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you've been charged in case 22 CR 0033338G with battery family violence. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
So this Walker or number one?
I believe this is Mr. Walker. Is this not Mr. Walker?
What's your last name?
Walker.
Okay.
Yes, it's Mr. Walker, Mr. Howard.
Sure. This is 10th arrest. He was in court the other day and got a split bond. He has an open case for conspiracy to commit a felony, theft by deception, theft by receiving, battery, trespass, theft by taking. He has an open battery in state court. I'll leave it at that.
Okay, Ms. Webb?
Yes, Your Honor. This event occurred on May the 18th at 3002 First Avenue Southwest. Atlanta Police Department responded to a dispute call and were met with the victim, Ms. Jaquasia Turner. That's Jaquasia, JEQUA. SIA Turner, common spelling. She advised that she and the defendant are dating and had a physical altercation over her refusing to allow him to borrow a rental car. She advised that the defendant pushed her head between the washer and dryer in the home and then wrestled with her over the keys. The defendant then began to strike her in the head and bit her on the back to get her to lose the grip of the keys. She was able to break free and call 911. The officer who responded did note visible injuries, including bite marks and lacerations. The parties do not share any children, Your Honor, but they do reside together. The state is requesting a $6,000 surety bond, no further contact with Ms. Turner, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, a stay away from the incident location, and 1-day anger awareness. Your Honor, as you've heard, this defendant does have an open case, pending open case with Judge Mather in state court. That case number is 21 CR 004150G. That court order, that is from a November 17, 2020 event that involved the same victim, where he was accused of punching her in the face and head with a closed fist and causing her to split her upper lip and blacked her eye. They did not live together at that time, Your Honor, according to that arrest warrant, but that incident also involved him snatching keys from her and preventing her from getting the keys, and he began striking her in the face. So similar facts, Your Honor. In addition to, we did have an opportunity to speak with Ms. Turner. Ms. Turner advised that this is not the first incident of violence, which is evident from the 2 open cases, Your Honor. In addition to, she has requested a stay away and that she is in fear of the defendant, Your Honor, and that he was sending her threatening text messages, which she has offered to offer to the court, Your Honor. In that particular case, Judge Williams, Melanie Williams, entered a $3,000 surety bond, and he was ordered to have no further contact with the victim, Your Honor, in which he has now violated. So our office will be seeking a bond revocation on that case, Your Honor. In addition to, as you've heard from pretrial, we did just see him in before you, Your Honor, on the 23rd, I believe, and you issued a $1,000 surety bond on that loitering and prowling charge, which involved a firearm. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Walker, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You can put your hand down, sir. I'll allow you to talk with Ms. McLeod if you need to. Would you like to advise them, Ms. McLeod?
Your Honor, my client is 25 years old. He does not live with the alleged victim. In fact, he tells me that he lives with his sister. At this point in time, Your Honor, my client is taking care of 2 small children of his own, a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. He's also taking care of 2 other minor children, a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old, who are his brother's children. Apparently, his brother is incarcerated, and he is taking care of his brother's 2 young children. So he is taking care of 4 young children at this time. All of them 5 are under, Your Honor. He tells me that he has been working for the past 3.5 years at the UPS on Fulton Industrial. He is gainfully employed. He is originally from Atlanta, and he has ties to the community. Based on the fact that he has these children, Your Honor, that he has to take care of, he doesn't have any, he does have his sister, but it's a hardship for her to take care of the 5 children because she also has one of her own. So between himself and his sister, they are taking care of 5 minor children. I would ask the court to give him as low a bond as possible because he doesn't really make a lot of money. And as the prosecutor pointed out, he had to make bond in some other case.
It's going to be a $5,000 good bond, no further contact with Ms. Turner, stay away from the 3002 First Avenue address, no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Walker.
You're done. You got a question?
No.
Position 1, Mr. Bearden.
Ms. Whitfield is still in a breakout room, so do we have someone else we can go to until she comes back?
I don't have the full sheet. What was the numbers? What
She has
position?
She had 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6.
That's for who? Ms. Kim or Ms.?
That's for Ms. Whitfield. Ms. Kim has 7, 8, 10, 11, and 12.
What is it?
1 through 6 Whitfield, so we can't do nobody now.
That's all we have for now, Judge. Everybody else.
Okay, let's see. I understand we need a breakout room for position 4. Can we go ahead and do that? No, that's Ms. Whitfield's case. That's Ms. Whitfield's case too.
And that's
Yeah, I mean,
the
we can do number 10, word waiver of appearance was filed and emailed. So we can do
Okay.
that one, Your Honor.
All right, good. So, is there a history on Mr. Ward? Mr. Howard?
You gonna call the case number? Or you just want me to go into it?
It's position number 10. The case number is 22 CR 003335F.
7 total. Last arrest was 2019, suspended license, it was dismissed. 2014, suspended license, dismissed. Driving without a valid license, conviction. And before that was in the 90s. It's all driving though.
Thank you. Ms. Webb.
Your Honor, the state is actually recommending a $2,500 signature bond. There is a $500 surety bond preset, but given the facts of this case, we are going to request a $2,500 signature with a stay away order from the Georgia State campus and no alcohol, drugs, or weapons as a condition of bond.
Any objection, Ms. Kim?
No, Your Honor.
All right, $2,500 signature bond through the jail. Stay away from Georgia State, no drugs, alcohol, or weapons. Okay, let's see.
I'm sorry, Judge. It was through the jail or through pretrial for
It's
position 10?
It's through the jail.
See, I'm ready to go back to the dorm. And I leave.
Who's
Right now.
hosting? Is Ms. Champion hosting?
Yes.
Ms. Champion,
Yes, sir.
would you please go into the breakout room and let Ms. Whitfield know that the rest of the cases are hers and just get an update on how long she thinks she's gonna be there?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Ms. Champion, excuse me.
Yes, Judge.
Would you please tell Ms. Whitfield that she can go back and finish her interview up later, but I want to get through these people that are in courtroom 3. So if she can come back out and handle this, I will allow her to go back into a breakout room. But
Okay.
I want to just to finish up with courtroom 3 so they can go. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Ms. Whitfield, to pull you out, but the rest of the cases are yours. I will allow you to go back in if you need to finish up. But let's go ahead so we can finish with courtroom 3 so we can get through those cases, okay?
I understand, Your Honor. Thank you. It's unfortunately interpreter cases just take a while.
No, I understand they do it. I don't mean to rush you, and I'll give you the opportunity to complete your interview once we finish up with courtroom 3, okay?
Okay, thank you.
So who do we have in courtroom 3?
This is position 6, Mr. Pugh.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pugh. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we're conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You've been charged in case 22 CR 003333J with simple battery, family violence, and theft by taking. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
No.
Ms. Webb?
Yes, Your Honor. This event occurred on May the 23rd at 1185 High Tower Trail, Sandy Springs, Georgia, which is the victim in this case job. The defendant came up to that victim's job and started a verbal altercation with her. The victim name is Tanisha Roberts. That's TANESHA Roberts, ROBERTS. It started arguing with her regarding their minor child. The defendant then placed his hands around her neck and began choking her, according to the victim's testimony to our victim advocate. And he pushed her head into a headlock, into the wall. The victim did advise that she did place him into a headlock in self-defense and to try to get away from him. The defendant then took her iPhone 10 and left that location. In this particular case, the state is recommending a $4,000 surety bond for the simple battery, $1,500 for the theft by taking. No further contact with Ms. Roberts. Stay away from the victim's home address at 7110 Chastain Drive, Atlanta, Georgia. Stay away from the job address, which is the incident location at 1185 High Tower Trail. A third-party contact with their minor child. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and one-day anger awareness. Your Honor, we are concerned with the risk of reoffense and witness intimidation. Our office did have the opportunity to speak with Ms. Roberts, and she advised that the defendant is stalking her and refusing to leave her alone. She said this actually arose after she asked him to leave her alone. She said he arrived to her job, which caused her job to have to go onto a security red code lockdown because he was on the property after this incident actually happened. He returned later, and the security had to sweep the property to ensure that he wasn't there for her safety as well as employee safety. In addition to, she also informed us that he has already attempted to dissuade her from participating in the prosecutorial process. He sent her text messages asking her not to talk to the prosecutors or anyone with the court, and actually came back and gave her their phone back after this incident, Your Honor. She did advise that This happened before he turned himself in on these warrants, Your Honor. But she is seeking a TPO order from the defendant, and she has also advised that he has broken into her home before, and that this is not the first time that he has choked her, and that previous times that she has attempted to remedy the situation, but for the sake of the child, of course, she now sees the value in going forward with the prosecution, Your Honor. So for those reasons, we are seeking those surety bonds today.
Thank you. Ms. Whitfield?
Thank you, Your Honor. Based on the defendant's lack of prior criminal history, Your Honor, we are going to be asking for a signature bond through pretrial. He shares a child with Miss Roberts. We are also asking for third-party transfer of that. They are not in a relationship. He is actually married with 2 other children, Your Honor, 7-year-old and 5-year-old. He is 27 years old. He works at the Postal Service for the past 7 years, performing maintenance at the same location in Buckhead. He has an associate's degree. He about half of his family is here in Georgia, Your Honor. So he has sisters, brothers, along with his wife, who will ensure his return to court. He volunteers as a football coach and at a local high school, and also serves in his church community. I would like to point out, Your Honor, that he has no intention of communicating with Ms. Roberts, but however, he is concerned that Ms. Roberts is keeping their child from him and is preventing him from accessing the child for custodial rights that he shares with Ms. Roberts. He does have DNA to prove paternity. He has a test of that. He signed the birth certificate. He is this child's father. He would like access to their child together, and realizes that maybe going through Ms. Roberts, they've been working outside the court. That has not been working. And so I've advised him that, they probably need to go through the court system now. I will point out, Your Honor, he'd give her phone back. He did turn himself in on this warrant. We do not believe he is a flight risk. We believe he has sufficient community ties. And after speaking with him, I believe in wanting to go through the courts and establishing a custody, perhaps visitation schedule for the child they share together, we'd be asking for a signature bond through pretrial. Like I said, we do not oppose a stay away from the office location, and we do not request any kind of contact other than a third party exchange.
All right, it's $2,000 signature bond through pretrial for the simple battery, $1,000 signature bond through pretrial for the theft charge, which makes it a total of a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial, 1-day anger awareness class, stay away from Ms. Roberts' home address and her job address, no further contact with Ms. Roberts. He can have third-party visitation with his children, and no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Pugh. Who do we have next?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Position 1, Bearden.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bearden. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state court expedited accusation calendar that we're conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Bearden, you've been charged in case 22 CR 003325D with failure to obey a stop sign, possession of marijuana less than an ounce, and driving under the influence of drugs less safe. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
His 5th arrest. He's a resident of Memphis, Tennessee. 2018 reckless driving, simple possession, speed limit penalties. 2021 possession of a Schedule 6 drug, unlawful possession while committing a dangerous felony, theft, forgery, theft of identity. It says theft, criminal simulation, theft of property. The property theft was dismissed. The forgery was a conviction. Identity theft was a conviction. He's on probation for that. Why is this running together? I see a possession of a firearm with intent to go armed. That was dismissed. So that's a.
Ms. Harmon.
Yes, Your Honor. The incident date is 5/25/22 at the 4 Avenue in Chattahoochee Avenue Northwest. Officers observed a vehicle being driven by the defendant go through a stop sign at that incident location. As officers approached the vehicle, they could see smoke filling the car. When the defendant, the driver, rolled down the window, officers did smell the scent of marijuana. The defendant was observed with what appeared to be a blunt or a marijuana cigarette, which he placed in a cup, which was in the center console of the vehicle. When the officers were talking to the defendant, he appeared to be disoriented and unable to answer officer questions. And he was arrested and charged accordingly. Your Honor, we do believe that this defendant has some flight risk. As Mr. Howard pointed out, he is a Memphis, Tennessee resident, and he does have recent criminal offenses in Tennessee. Those cases that he referenced are from, the reckless is from 2018, and the 2021 is the theft case that Mr. Howard referenced. In light of those facts, Your Honor, the fact that he is a flight risk and that he has a risk of reoffense, we're recommending a $500 surety bond for the stop sign offense, a $500 surety bond for the marijuana offense, and a $3,000 surety bond for the DUI less safe offense under the influence of drugs. Thank you, Judge.
Ms. Whitfield?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Bearden actually already has a current bond set at $3,500 total. We'd be asking Your Honor to consider lowering that to no more than $2,000 total. We understand that Mr. Bearden is not a resident of Georgia. However, he does have family here in Atlanta. He was actually on his way here or coming back from interviewing at the Aviation Institute for a maintenance position in Duluth. I'm sorry, not a maintenance position. It was in the Institute. He was attempting to re-enter that program. It was going to take him another 6 months to graduate. That would have required him to stay in Atlanta, Your Honor. I believe he's waiting to hear back from that. So he would be in the Atlanta area for some time. When he's not in Atlanta, he does work with his mother at his mother's own daycare up in Memphis. He is a high school graduate. He has not been tested for this drug charge, Your Honor, and just want to point out he indicates he did not answer questions when the officer asked him because he was exercising his right to remain silent. He could tell he had been detained very clearly and did not answer the officer's questions. However, the officer interpreted that. That's up to the officer. So yes, Your Honor, we'd be asking for no more than a $2,000 surety bond in this case.
And for the stop sign, a $250 good bond, $250 good bond. For the marijuana possession, a $250 good bond. For the DUI, a $1,500 good bond. That makes for a total of a $2,000 good bond. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Bearden. Who do we have next?
Position 7, Mr. Thomas.
Okay, this is your, was there a reason that we didn't do Mr. Thomas earlier, Ms. Kim?
I believe that he was not ready. That's the way I understood, because I texted, he said.
Okay, that's fine. Good afternoon, Mr. Thomas. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You're charged in case 22 CR 003337F with battery family violence. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
First arrest.
Okay. Ms. Webb?
Your Honor, this incident occurred yesterday evening around 9:30 at 714 Home Street Northwest, Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta Police Department responded to a domestic dispute call, and the victim is Ashanti Petite, ASHANTIPETITE, advised that she and the defendant had an argument over how long that it took him to answer the door. The defendant then got so close to her face, she advised that she was able to feel the spit on her face, and he was screaming at her loudly. The defendant then continued to get in her face and she pushed him back to create space and told him to leave the premises. The defendant then launched himself at her and tackled her and bit her on the neck and scratched her neck while pushing him away. her finger slipped into his mouth and he bent her finger, and then he fled the home, Your Honor. He later returned and kicked in their front door, and according to him and his testimony to the responding officer, he did that to be able to enter the house because he left without shoes and a shirt on, and he was coming back to put one on. There was a neighbor who was in a nearby home, Your Honor, who was able to witness partial some of these events and see some of the events when the victim came outside and was assisting the victim, and advised that she saw the defendant running around without that shirt on, and told the officer that she believed that the victim was attempting to defend herself, Your Honor. We are recommending a $2,500 surety bond, no further contact with Ms. Petite, a stay away from the incident location, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and 1-day anger awareness. Your Honor, the parties do share a minor child together and reside at that residence together. So we are concerned with the risk of reoffense, albeit this is his first arrest, Your Honor. We are concerned considering that there is the presence of a child in that home and that these underlying issues may not be resolved amicably.
I see you there, Ms. Petite. I'll give you an opportunity to speak in turn, okay? Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Kim?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Thomas is 21 years old, and I believe pretrial service recommended him for unsecured judicial relief. So we would like to request for signature on bond. And also his father, Kevin Thomas, is going to be a co-signer who can sign with him. And he has been here in Georgia for more than 10 years, and they have a family members here. He has 2 jobs, one at Waffle House for the last 4 years, and ever since he has a 1-year-old baby, he took second job working at Wingtop as a cook as well. So he's also continuing his GED class. It was in-person class at Piedmont. However, because of pandemic, it became the online classes. So we would like to request for signature on bond, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Petite, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can put your hand down. Thank you, ma'am. What would you like to tell the court?
I just wanted to inform you, Your Honor, that I do not fear Markel in any way. I have been in an 8-year relationship with him, and we do argue. We do not fight all of the time. It happens once in a while, but my child is never here when we do fight. My child just happened to be here yesterday when that incident occurred. So other than that, he does work every day. He takes care of his child, and we have no other problems other than that. So I just wanted to let you know that, Your Honor.
Okay. How old's your child?
He's 1 year old.
And you're not afraid of Mr. Thomas?
No, sir, I'm not. And we do live here in the home together, and he does pay rent as well. So I don't mind him coming back into the home.
Okay. Anything further, counsel?
Nothing further.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate that we just heard from the victim, who does acknowledge that they do fight, and she said not all the time it gets physical, and she also told the same thing to our victim advocate, Your Honor. So I just want to reiterate those facts.
Thank you, Ms. Webb. $3,000 signature bond through pretrial, 1-day anger awareness, no further violent contact with Ms. Petite, no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Thomas. You also, Ms. Petite.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Who do you have next?
Position 2, Braggs.
Good afternoon, Mr. Braggs. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state expedited accusation calendar that we're conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you wish to have your case heard by video?
Yes.
Okay. Excuse me, Mr. Braggs, you've been charged in case 22 CR 003326D with criminal trespass. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
22 total. He was just here last month for trespass. Yeah. Before that was March, trespass, Georgia Tech. February, trespass, Georgia Tech. January, trespass, failed to leave campus, Georgia Tech. December 2021 trespass. It's a lot of.
Okay, I got you, Mr. Howard. Thank you.
Tennessee.
Tell me this isn't at Georgia Tech, Ms. Harmon.
No, the
Okay.
incident location is 3393 Peachtree Road, Northeast Atlanta. It is the Cheesecake Factory. He had an active criminal trespass warning on 2/18/22 for failing to pay for services. And he did return to the property on the incident date of 5/25/22 to that location. Your Honor, Mr. Howard started to tell you about the history, and I'm just gonna summarize it. It's 2 criminal trespass arrests in Tennessee, so he's a multi-state offender in 2018. 1, 2020 guilty for trespass, 2, 2021 guilty for trespass. No, excuse me, 1 guilty in 2021, 1 NOLO in 2021, and 5, 2022 guilty pleas for trespass in 2022. He also has an open 22 SC 180868 terroristic threats, and the offense date is March of 2019. He was already given a preset bond of $5,000 surety. The state is going to recommend, however, a $1,500 surety bond to absolutely stay away from the incident location, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Whitfield?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Braggs is 25 years old. He has lived in Georgia for the past 2 years. He does have friends here in the Atlanta area. He is not working at the moment, Your Honor. He last worked at a restaurant up in Tennessee. While he is residentially challenged, Your Honor, he does have a mailing address where he can receive court notices. And I spoke with him, Your Honor. He has no reason to return to that particular Cheesecake Factory. So we would be asking for no more than a $500 surety bond in this case. Mr. Braggs we're aware of the multiple criminal trespasses on his record, but he does not have any income that would allow him to post bond. So in that case, we would ask for a $500.
And Your Honor, I forgot to mention the FTA that I saw in 2019 on another 18 CR 00022 3F case. And I believe that was another criminal trespass case as well. So I would ask the court to consider the flight risk of that FTA, the multi-state offense, and of course, the long history of criminal trespass in our jurisdiction.
Can you unmute courtroom 3, please? Mr. Braggs, I hate to keep you in on a criminal trespass, but if you keep criminally trespassing, I'll have no option to. I'm going to give you a signature bond. I'm going to give you a signature bond in this case. But if you come back before this court with any more criminal trespasses, you won't get a signature bond in the future. And this bond that I'm about to give you is going to be revoked. You understand me?
Understandable, Your Honor. I can prevent that.
All right, so I'm going to give you a $3,000 signature bond through the jail, no drugs, alcohol, or weapons, and stay away from the Cheesecake Factory at 3393 Peachtree Road. If you come back on a criminal trespass, you will not get a signature bond next time. You understand?
Harris.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Bragg. Good luck to you, sir.
Position 3, Mr. Harris.
Good afternoon, Mr. Harris. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation calendar that we're conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yeah.
Is that yes?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Harris, you've been charged in case 22 CR 003327A with criminal trespass. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
51. Last arrest was February. 5 counts of shoplifting, 1 count trespass out of East Point. He was arrested in January for shoplifting out of East Point. September 2021, FTA for trespass. You want me to keep going? It's a lot.
Give me what's in the last 5 years.
All right. September 2020 trespass out of East Point. 2019 shoplifting. That's it. Because
Okay.
after that, it's 2012.
Ms. Harmon?
Yes, Your Honor. This offense date is 5/24/2022. The address is 1990 Perkinson Road, Southwest in Atlanta, and that is the location of a U-Haul facility. The facts are that the defendant was asked a number of times to stay off the property. He was found sleeping in the back of a U-Haul truck before it was rented out to another patron. He also urinated in the truck. And we do understand, Your Honor, that the defendant may be residentially challenged in this case. However, Your Honor, we do recommend a $1,000 surety bond to stay away from the incident location, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. We do believe that he is a flight risk. He does have a very recent FTA in another criminal trespass case in 2021. The other propensity to reoffend cases are a 21 CR 0031559Y criminal trespass offense at a BP gas station where he pled no-lo. He also pled guilty on another criminal trespass on January 6th of 2022. And that case number is 22 CR 001772A. So based on his FTA and his more recent offenses of the same type, we are recommending the surety bond in this case.
Thank you, Ms. Whitfield.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Harris's bond is actually already set at $1,000 surety. We'd be asking for a signature bond in this case. Mr. Harris was, according to the report, just attempting to go in and sleep in this facility. However, he does have an address that he provided where he can not only receive mail, but he is able to stay there. He has some family here in town. I believe the address he provided is his aunt. He lost his job, unfortunately, at Rubbermaid off of South Fulton about a year ago due to COVID. He is a high school graduate. He has 2 grown children. And not only all that, he provided his address. He also provided me a phone number where he can be reached for court. I've instructed him on how to apply for the public defender going forward so that he can be reached for court. So that would be our request, Your Honor.
Okay, it's gonna be a $250 good bond. Stay away from the U-Haul on Perkinson, 1990 Perkinson Road, and no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Harris.
We're completed here in courtroom 3, Judge.
Okay, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge Morrow. I apologize for today. Sorry, Johnson. Thank you.
You did a great job. Thank you. Let's see, back to the South Annex. Ms. Whitfield, you need to go back into a breakout room.
No, Your Honor, we're actually done. I can proceed on argument.
Okay.
And Your Honor, we asked for a breakout room on this case.
Who do you need?
Miss, position 4, isn't that what we're talking about?
Yes, you have an issue with some type of mental health?
Yes.
All right, so if you can put Ms. Harmon, Ms. Whitfield, myself, Mr. Walker, anyone else want to go into the breakout room?
I do, Your Honor, if you allow me.
Yes, that's fine, Ms. Kim.
I'll join as well.
Judge, I don't think the interpreter is on.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Okay, well, we don't need the interpreter. We don't need the interpreter right now. So if maybe while we're in the breakout room, would you mind seeing where she is?
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sorry, Michael Jordan is not available.
April, mute your mic.
All right, do we have Madam Interpreter on the line?
Not yet, sir.
Ms. Champion? Okay, well, I guess there's nothing that we can do until the interpreter comes back on the line. Ms. Whitfield, are your skills good enough to explain to your client what's going on?
Unfortunately not.
Okay. So I'm sorry, South Annex, something's has happened with the interpreter, so we're gonna have to wait until the interpreter gets back on the line.
Yeah, Michael said he's trying to.
Okay.
No problem, Your Honor. I'll be
Thank
here
you.
I got 5 o'clock court, so I'm good.
Okay, so we'll be in recess until the
Yes, Your Honor.
it was a transfer.
Do I have to have it?
Let's see. Ms. Webb, are you there?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
That transfer of position 8, has that already been signed?
Let me see. Well, it was accepted this morning, so I'm not for sure if.
Got a $10,000 good bond in felony. So.
And it already has a CP number.
Okay.
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure that I didn't need to do something.
Okay. Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, you want to go over the calendar?
We can do that, Mr. Howard. If Ms. Bridgewater would like to.
I would like to do that.
Okay.
Good afternoon. Again, the reset date for the SAP calendar is going to be June the 9th. Position number 1 is reset to the SAP calendar with a $2,000 total good bond. Position 2 is reset further notice with a $3,000 SOB through the jail. Position 3 is reset to the SAP calendar with a $250 good bond. Position 4 is reset further notice with a $3,000 SOB through the jail. Position 5 reset further notice with a $2,000 SOB through pretrial. Position 6 reset further notice with a $3,000 total SOB through pretrial. Position 7 reset further notice with a $3,000 SOB through pretrial. Position number 8 was transferred to the DA. Position 9 reset to the SAP calendar with a $5,000 good bond. Position 10 reset further notice with a $2,500 SOB through the jail. Position 11 reset further notice with a $1,000 SOB through the jail. And the add-on calendar is reset to the SAP calendar with a $376 total purge. Are there any questions, comments, or otherwise?
It's gonna be the contact on number 4.
On number 4, that would be no further violent contact with her husband.
Okay, we'll be in recess until the interpreter joins us.
Judge, the interpreter is logging on.
Thank you. All right. So Madam, if you can unmute yourself, Madam Interpreter. Good afternoon, Ms. Kenku. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. We're conducting this hearing by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Madam Kenku, can you repeat yourself, sir? Your Honor?
Say it again?
Can you repeat for me, please?
Yes. My name is Eric Morrow. We're conducting this hearing by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Okay, Madame Kenku?
Oui.
Le nom du juge, c'est Eric Moreau. Il dit qu'il essaie de conduire, c'est-à-dire, il prend en charge votre dossier et cela va se produire sur vidéo, comme on le fait maintenant. Est-ce que vous êtes d'accord avec tout ça?
OK.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
We have had a discussion about regarding your case with your attorney and the state.
OK. Il dit il discutait avec votre dossier au sujet de ce qui s'était passé en mai dernier.
And I'm going to give you a signature bond through the jail of $3,000. So you're not going to have to pay any money to bond yourself out.
Il va vous accorder la signature bond, comme je vous avais dit auparavant, qui est au prix de $3,000, mais rien à payer pour le moment.
But I am going to rule that you cannot have any further violent contact with your husband.
Mais il dit que vous devez vous assurer que vous n'allez avoir aucun contact violent avec votre mari. Vous comprenez?
Oui, je comprends.
She understands.
And that you stay on any prescribed medications that you're currently on.
Il dit que vous devez continuer à prendre les médicaments que vous avez commencé à prendre. Il faut continuer à les prendre pendant ce temps-là.
Okay. I understand that DFACS is currently involved in your case.
Il dit qu'il comprend que DFCS, comment on dit ça? DFACS, c'est DEFCAS. Vous comprenez ça, pas vrai?
Oui, je comprends.
Il dit qu'il comprend que vous êtes DFACS actuellement, est au courant du dossier et DFACS aussi a certaines informations au sujet de ce dossier-là.
And I'm going to order that you follow any orders that DFACS has for you.
Il vous demande de continuer par suivre les ordonnances. Tout ce que DFACS veut que vous fassiez, il faut le faire. Il faut continuer à suivre les ordonnances de DFACS.
Okay.
Vous comprenez?
OK, je comprends.
Okay.
I understand.
All right. Do you have any questions?
Vous avez des questions?
C'est pour ma première fois d'être ici. Je ne connais pas les règles, comment ça se passe. Je ne sais pas, ça sera pour quand ma sortie ou ça sera pour quand? Je ne sais pas comment les choses se passent.
C'est la première fois que je suis. I'm sorry, this is the first time that I'm dealing with this kind of situation. I don't know exactly when I can get out where I am right now. I don't even know what is it. Can you tell me a little bit about the process?
Okay. The jail, you will be released from the jail as soon as they are able to process you out, which will be within, I would imagine, the next 24 hours or so.
Vous allez sortir de la prison maintenant, peut-être dans 24 heures. Sitôt qu'on aura fini avec les procès de papier, vous allez sortir d'ici peut-être dans 24 heures.
OK.
Okay. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Bonne chance à vous, madame.
Merci.
All right.
Bonne chance, madame.
So what did she get, Your
This
Honor?
is $3,000 signature line through the jail. Okay,
No, you don't, no money. Okay.
all right. So thank you all. We'll see you all tomorrow. Well, I'll be here.
Tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow is Friday. Yes, it is. Okay, bye.
Okay. Y'all
Have
have
a good long weekend, hopefully, everyone, after that.
Nah, I'll be here.
This is it for today, right?
Yes, thank you, Madam Interpreter. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.